Hey everyone, it's Chris with the Black Filmmaker Guide. I just wanted to tell you about my experience of going to a film festival for the first time. I went to the American Black Film Festival a few years ago, and it was an amazing experience. It was held actually in New York. I flew up there. The trip was about $1,000. That included a flight, hotel, and tickets and pass and everything. And it was a very interesting experience. My first time in New York. And New York is insane. Coming from a small town like where I'm from in Florida, going to New York and seeing it and seeing all the people and just the buildings, it was incredible. I mean, New York is what's been basically used to sell this entire country to the world. You know what I mean? The glitz and glam, Times Square and everything. Years ago, Times Square, back in the 70s and 80s, Times Square wasn't, or even this New York wasn't, it had a bad reputation of being dangerous and things like that, but it's been completely gentrified, and it's very touristy friendly, and I got to experience that, and it was really cool. The film festival was actually it was held at a nice hotel, and it was very well organized. It's run by Jeff Friday. And they've been doing it for several years. I think all the way back to 1997 is when they, I believe, first started. And the event is usually held in Miami, which is ironic because I'm from Florida. So I literally, the first time, flew all the way to New York to go to a festival that, is literally like a few hours away from my hometown. But it was an amazing experience. I met some cool people there. Just waiting in line just to get registered. And it was cool. We exchanged information. We ended up going to some of the workshops and sessions together. And it was really cool. It was actually the year that Taraji P. Henson was the celebrity ambassador, and it was hosted by Gayle King, and she was amazing. This was when Taraji P. Henson Empire had just came out, and Taraji P. Henson, this is when she was really popping, and she's still popping, but she was amazing. She was just electrified the room. She was funny. She told great stories. I see why she is where she is and why she connects with people the way she does. She has an amazing story, and she's just a very charismatic person. So that was a cool event. We went to some other workshops too. One was about web series and how to monetize them, because we know with Awkward Black Girl, with Issa Rae, she was kind of blown up with her series, and later on further what she ended up doing. Dennis Dorch was there as well. And we also went to a workshop for showrunners and how to run a successful television show as well. So it was a really good event. It was very well organized. I met some really great people, and it was just really cool. Just going there to the Black Film Festival for the first time and just seeing a collection of individuals who were all on a similar path and were all like-minded. We all wanted to tell Black stories, and that was really cool to see. It was an awesome experience to be around, and it was a great opportunity to network. But I will say this, if anyone's ever going to, a festival, or, ever going to the Black Film Festival or any Black Film Festival, always have something to show or have something going on. It's one thing to talk a good game and things like that. There's opportunities. If you want to go for the purpose of, there's networking opportunities, if you want to learn some things, or if you are showing a film show, that's one thing. But I think you'll get the greatest benefit out of networking if you have something to show. You can begin an online presence in your hometown, whether you're an actor, producer, director. You can create something in your hometown online, create a presence, and then go to the film festival to better network. You'll have a better chance of connecting with people, because it'll better show people that you can get stuff done. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who talk a lot of game and talk a lot of stuff in this industry about what they can do, what they want to do. But when you have something to show, it proves that you can get it done. And it also shows what you're about. They'll see if you have creativity. They'll see what perspective you're from. You know what I mean? If you're an actor, they'll see if you actually have any chops. And then you'll be able to better connect that way. And of course, have your business cards and things like that. Or a link to your maybe your casting reel or something like that, or a link to your screenplay, or a link to some sort of short film you've done. You want to be able to show something to people, and I think that's just your better chance of being able to network with people, because there were some industry people there. You know what I mean? You want to be able to treat the film festivals like it's a market. Like, there's people who are willing and able to buy. You know what I mean? There's industry people there. You know what I mean? They're showing films, so there's definitely opportunities to do that. You know what I mean? So that would be my advice. During the Q&A session, there's a lot of questions being asked. And one of the questions that was asked was, why don't people even here at the film festival connect better? Why don't they talk this? There's people who are in need. Maybe someone has completed a screenplay and needs a producer. Maybe somebody is an actor and is looking for a casting director. But if you do approach those individuals, with a desire for what you're trying to do and get into the business and career, have something to show. Don't just say, I want to get into the business, or how can you help me? Because, Chris Rock had a great story about, when his car would break down on the side of the road, people would just be passing by. But when he got out of the car and started pushing it, people were more willing to help him out. So that's a good analogy to how it works. If you show people that you're trying something yourself and you're doing something for yourself, they're more willing to help you out, rather than just, give me a handout, help me out, put me on, trying to get me into a TV show. That's not how the game works. You know what I mean? Because there's so many people out there trying to get into what you're, the business, that they have to put some kind of filter up. You know what I mean? But they are looking. They are open-minded, but you got to have something to show. You can't just be somebody, a fly-by-night kind of person, because they're, when they're sticking their hand out, they're putting their careers on the line. They're risking their careers, and they don't want to, burn those opportunities. So they want to make sure they're bringing somebody on who actually has something of value. You know what I mean? And that's how, just networking works in general. You know what I mean? Just have something to show, and make sure you're of value first before you try to connect with somebody else of value, is what I would suggest. But overall, it was a really great show. Spending time in New York, I was able to see all the touristy areas. I went to Ground Zero and saw that area. It was very haunting, just to see how how it was built into the ground. It was very weird. I saw the Statue of Liberty far from a distance, but I still saw it. I think I walked up to the Empire State Building, the Times Square. I spent time there. I took a ferry to Brooklyn, I believe it was. I took a ferry over to Brooklyn. I was there with my friend who kind of showed me around the city, got me acclimated with the subway, how the public transportation works. I actually stayed in New Jersey, right on the Edgewater, and could look right over the water of the Hudson River and see entire New York. So it was an amazing thing for somebody like me who comes from a small town. It was an amazing thing to see. So yeah, here are my passes for the film festival. I was there for Friday and Saturday. I actually had trouble trying to get up there. My car broke down actually on I-95 trying to get to the airport. I was flying out of Orlando, and I had already paid for everything. So I was just like, I gotta get to this. I have to get to this. Have to get on this plane. So I didn't even get a chance to sleep. I literally went straight to the airport and literally flew right out. So that was my experience of going to a film festival for the first time. You guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. All my social media links are below. Also, hit up my blog and sign up to the newsletter for some more cool information. All right, check you guys later.